Tara Lyons of Team Tara Lyons with Royal LePage, and we are back at it. And I have an awesome friend and colleague who is located out in Halifax, and this is Stacey DeVoe. Welcome.
Yes, hi Tara. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're part of the Richard Robbins group, and we got to meet out in Whistler.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh my gosh, wasn't that amazing? She like flew way further than I did to get out there.
Yeah, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the market a little bit, but as you heard, Stacy is out in Halifax, and of course, we just had Hurricane Fiona. So
Mhm.
we want to hear how everybody's doing out there.
Well, here in Halifax, I think for the most part, people have their power back. It's
Oh,
like
good.
Cape Breton areas like that. Or some are still like actually quite a few are still waiting. But I keep seeing a post on Facebook, just got my power back. So seeing that, we lost ours like what it would have been like Friday night and got it back that Tuesday.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
so which was that was felt tough, but not compared to other people who are waiting 10, 11 plus days, right?
Yeah,
So
because what is it now? Is it 10 days out now or?
I think we're about about 10 days out, and there's
Wow.
people they're still waiting or they're just getting it back, right? And it
Yeah.
can be challenging. I know, like for us, like we're on well and septic, so it even we need the power to run our water and flush our
Yeah.
toilets. So
No kidding.
yeah.
What is that doing to your market out there? Like, because normally fall is a busy time of season for you, right?
Yeah, it kind of like it slowed things down last week. Like even I think, yourself, like you're kind of in a fog because you don't have your regular
Yeah.
routine. The schools were closed. We were closed for 2 days, some were closed longer.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, kind of, people like if people want to do price reductions, they didn't want to do that at that time because they were scared that people wouldn't see it because they didn't have power. So
Yeah.
it kind of put a pause, I think, for a lot of people. And I think this week we'll see, more listings, maybe people that waited,
Yeah.
or price reductions as well. So
It
yeah,
almost, it just, it is, right? It's like
yeah,
pausing.
it
It's
is.
just putting everything on hold, right?
Yeah,
Because now all of a sudden you have this disaster that has
yeah.
happened and helping people get through that.
Hmm.
Are you finding that do you think that you're going to actually have an influx of homes coming on or just
I don't
people
know.
being
Like
afraid?
I feel like even before this, because of everything happening with interest rates and everything else on, like all the headlines and everything happening,
Yeah.
there are some people that are even like, maybe they are trying to get their house quickly to sell to try to take advantage of the tail end of, I don't know, wherever we are.
Yes.
And there's others that maybe we're just going to put on hold. So
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to, I'm kind of curious myself to
Hmm.
see. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I do find we're getting more calls from buyers, which is great.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. It's true because it's opened the door for them, right?
Yeah.
Even with interest rates going up, it's opened the door because they're not in the competition. And I know for us here in Ontario, we're located in Ontario, so in Belleville specifically, and CFB Trenton and Prince Edward
Mm.
County area, um, we were actually seeing a lot of people coming from here and moving out to in your direction.
Yeah, yeah, we've
Yeah.
had a lot of people move here. We saw the biggest
Yeah.
growth here in Halifax in years. I think I was looking at a stat, it grew like 2.1% in
Wow.
2021 last year.
That's big.
Yeah, so that's pretty big
Yeah.
for us. Like I felt like for years we were kind of the have-not province, right? Like everybody was leaving and they're all
Right.
going out west to make, the big bucks, right?
Hmm. Yep.
So, and everybody was doing that. And our housing for years didn't move. Like it was common to say our average days on market was 90 days. And,
Hmm.
our average sale price was around, 320 or, like it was good.
Yeah.
Uh, but that certainly has changed in the last couple of years.
Where are you at now? What is your average sale price there?
What I was just looking at the year to date,
Hmm.
545,000 of approximately that. So that's where
Wow.
our average price is in the Halifax regional municipality, right? So
Hmm.
of course, like on
Okay.
the other skirts, you might get homes that are lower than that for the
Yeah.
province.
It was your peak around February and in
Yeah,
April as well.
kind
Yeah.
of
Okay.
February, April, the peak. So I find like even looking at some of our stats, you can't really go by the year to date 100% for some of the stuff
Yeah.
because our things are slowing down,
Yeah.
right? So
How are you finding your days on market?
uh they're increasing, right?
Mhm.
So I think we're around about 25
Oh,
to
wow.
the
Okay.
market right now. Yeah.
We so we've seen a big shift.
Okay.
Yeah. So in Belleville, so our peak here was April, not
Okay.
February, in Belleville.
Yeah.
And our average number of days back then was 6. We're now at 50 in
Yeah.
Belleville.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we have other sub areas. So like we have Thurlow, which is just north of Belleville, north of the 401, and those average days on market are actually 54, and last month they were 37.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so or sorry, when I say last month, I should say August. So August was 54 in Thurlow and 50 in Belleville, and then September they've just gone up. It's just crazy. So
Yeah. It is interesting to see it increase.
yeah,
It's definitely, homes are sitting on the market. We have to kind of use some of the old
I
tools on how we
know.
sold properties because we were used to a
Yeah.
slow market before, right? So
Oh
it's,
gosh, yeah. Well,
yeah,
and it's interesting because that's what we're saying. It's like, oh, we have to go old school now. Back in
yeah,
2008 when the financial crisis happened,
yeah,
we knew we had on average was 100 days.
yeah,
And so that means we had homes that were on for 200 days. So
yeah.
interesting. We have Prince Edward County, which is kind of a retirement, but wine country and all of that now. And they are now on average on the market 102 days. So
Okay,
we're
wow.
and
Yeah,
that changed. In August, it was 61. And
yeah,
so it's just been gradually been going up. Our
yeah.
average house price in Belleville, it went down from August to September. It was at 489 in August. It's at 482.
Okay.
And but Prince Edward County, interestingly enough, went up a bit in
Yeah,
price. In August, it was 829 and we're at 884. But it's a smaller pool of houses that have sold. So
yeah,
I mean that's where our $1 million homes are typically. So I mean a couple sales could skew that a bit.
yeah.
So don't get
No.
your hopes up too high, everybody, because
Yeah,
it's not on a trend going up.
yeah, yeah. Are you still seeing a lot of competition too? Like,
Not very often. It's
yeah.
funny because it's hit and miss.
Mhm.
So before when it was starting up and we're like, oh, we're in competition and that like now. So now it's like, oh, we're in competition, but on the downward side because it doesn't happen very often. It does happen once in a while, usually in our homes under 500 because
Yeah.
our average house price, right? But it doesn't happen a whole lot. But yeah, how about you?
Yeah, we're seeing that too. Like, yeah, less competition, but yeah, it's the houses that are either, they're very pretty, the what I call the Instagram worthy homes. Those
Yes.
ones are the ones that are still, and as long as they're priced right.
Yeah.
And of course the homes, I think I got a message today. I showed a house yesterday that was listed for 300. And of
Yes.
course it's getting multiple offers, right?
Yeah.
So um, and there's about, just around 30% is still going above list price right
Okay.
now. So
Yeah.
they're there. But
Well, there's still some people doing that strategy, right? As long as it's under a certain price category for us too. We had one under 350 and our buyer wound up in competition, thinking they were going to get a good deal, like trying to
yeah,
go really low. And
yeah,
it's like, but we're not there yet.
yeah,
I'm not sure we'll ever get back to where we were in respect to trying to find that deal of 100 grand under list.
yeah,
Because more people are more listing to where it should be. We're not listing
yeah,
under very often. And we still have a lot who are testing the market and trying to still overprice now. And you used to be
yes,
able to do that in the good market, and you can't overprice in this market.
yeah. And that's the same thing we're seeing here, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like people are pricing closer to where they want.
Yeah.
So a lot of the price reduction, well, when the price changes, a lot of them are the people that were not getting what they wanted, then they were increasing it.
Yes.
Well, now we're seeing that strategy is not working, right? So
No,
now they're pricing higher, but then
they're reducing.
people, they're kind of saying this is what I want, and then okay, working their way down, which is hard.
Yeah, we
Because
call it
you're right, it
chasing the
doesn't work.
market, right?
Yeah,
Chasing the market
yeah,
down instead of going up.
yeah. And as of course, as interest rates change, that even gets harder too, right?
Yeah. Which
So
of course we have coming up. October
yeah,
7th should be our next price, our
that's
next
right.
interest rate, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do you do events and stuff with your clients, or do you have anything like that coming up?
We do, yeah, we do have an event coming up. It's our referral event, or like it's also like anyone who bought a house with us.
Yes.
We're having a brunch coming up.
Oh,
So we did
nice.
that. It's our first one since
Yes.
2019. So we're
Isn't it
excited.
nice?
Yeah, so it's at a really nice location, and it's
Oh,
yeah, they had serve a beautiful brunch, and the food's amazing.
oh,
Um, Usually have some music and prizes, and yeah, we're excited to do that. So
Oh, that is exciting.
Yeah.
I know we've really missed having those events too. We have a um a customer appreciation photo event where
Okay.
they get to come out. We'll have some drinks and stuff like that. And we've done it at a location who it's a business, so they can go in and
Wow.
shop and do some shopping and stuff, maybe early Christmas, whatever, so they can see that while they're waiting their turn for their photos. And then we'll be sending out the photos to them afterwards. And we're having a pumpkin coloring contest and things like that too. So just some
Yeah.
fun stuff. But I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
Yeah, it is nice to get out
Yeah.
again and do the events.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely. And even like seeing other realtors, like I don't know about you, but we have more agent open houses.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're feeding us.
Yes, we're getting fed again.
And we're feeding them when we have ours. I know it's true.
Yeah, yeah, I've had, some of newer agents like, what is this?
They don't know. I've had
Yeah,
that too with new agents. Price reduction. What is that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or what's a counter?
What's a counter offer?
Yeah, no, it's
Oh.
yeah, it's interesting.
It is. Well, I have to tell you, everybody here is thinking about everybody out east. And
Mhm.
I don't know, but I've had family and friends, and gosh, at one time I probably knew about 6 people that were traveling out east for their holidays this year.
Okay.
And just, yeah, and they were all out there at one time. I said, hey, if you run into so and so, they're there
Yeah,
on the
that's
highway.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
No,
the
it's always
destination place this year.
yeah, no, there's lots to do here. And like yeah, there's a lot of growth happening right now. I find like our city, like I've never, like I said, for a long time, nothing seemed to happen, nothing changed. And now you look
Mhm.
at there's I don't know how many cranes just you can see when you're driving in
Wow.
the city. And yeah, you
Wow.
could feel it. And even this year, now that COVID, like people are getting back to the office, like traffic, I'm getting stuck in
Yes.
traffic,
I know.
which
Gosh, it used to take me 5 minutes. Now it takes me 10.
yeah, yeah. So it's definitely
Oh,
changing.
well, I want
Yeah.
to thank you very much for joining us on this. It's just wonderful to hear about different provinces and what they're going through. And of course, you guys have been going through so much more. But
Yeah.
thank you for joining us.
No, it was great. Thank you very much for inviting me.